I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, doing no cap. Only got one, so you better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad, baby, I'm bad.
I just wanna stay bad, stay mad. Chip on my shoulder cause they treat me like an outcast. I ain't gonna take that, stay back. I'll be swinging hard till the hits come in all caps. I ain't gonna lay back, pray that someone's gonna help me. Ain't nobody like that. I ain't gonna wait, that's all fact. Give me one shot and I'll never get the throne back.
Cooling down some, but it feels pretty fucking warm.
I got the cash in the bag.
What up, everybody? Live from the homestead. What's happening? Now I got to switch it over to comments. We are on the phone, so I won't be able to comment. So I can read them, though. What's up, P-NASCARs? So far tonight, we got Miss Shalisa Shell and Steve and Miss Gunpowder Beauty.
How's it going?
And Mr. Mikey DeLucia.
Oh, you let me up too quick. I wanted to put my shades on.
Oh.
Hey, I have a question.
Please.
Oh, we're live? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I knew we were live. Holy shit. I just saw the live button. My bad, Stevie.
What's the matter? Did you have a little issue trying to figure out how to put the link on your computer from your phone?
I can't. It won't allow me to copy it and send it. I tried to do the what do you call it and send it. I wanted to screenshot it and then you send the screenshot to my email. It was just bad.
Right.
I was having an issue big time. Even my daughters who are like wizards with this crap.
Gotcha. Hey, MCK, what's up?
My daughter, rather.
No thanks.
What's going on?
What's up, Fuzz Park? Doing a quick rundown backwards because I got to scroll.
Oh, okay.
I think that's about it. Yep.
Jay Watt.
What?
I can't believe it.
What's up, Jay Watt? Oh, starting right off the bat with links. Hopefully to my stream. I'm not sure. I think this crossed over to YouTube. I don't know. I don't think we're going to be on that long. Both of us are beat. And I don't think she'll be on for like 10 minutes.
Been a long day, busy day.
It's too bad Mike was that last night while we were all bright-eyed and bushy-tailed.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I wasn't bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. That was the whole issue.
I was where my ball busted.
Well, that's what I wanted to ask. What was I supposed to break your balls about? That you went on a YouTube weekend and didn't want to fucking bother to tell us or anything like that? Or
I told you about 2-3 months ago, back in March.
You didn't ask me.
Oh, I gotta ask.
I didn't get invited. That's all right. I don't count. I get it. It's all no big deal.
Someone posted.
Are you drinking a Bud Light?
I think the conversation was, hey, we're planning a camping trip. If y'all want to join us, it's happening in a couple of months. I just don't camp, so no.
Oh,
Another woman with a memory. Thanks.
Camping's good. Camping's fun. She don't have a fucking memory. Shalisa fucking texted her or Facebook her or something. Said, hey, say this. Come on. They don't have memories. It's listen, it's the battle against the vagina against the
weird video. Yeah, she's been busting her hump today, weed whipping the yard and mowing and all that, and I've been busting my hump trying to put in that friggin' well.
Oh my gosh.
How'd that go?
His hump.
I'm at like 14 feet so far of clay. Wow. I have not hit sand yet.
Are you doing,
how many feet?
14, hand digging, hand augering.
You doing the auger?
Holy snickerdoodles.
There's nobody there with a piece of equipment.
Nobody does.
They are, but they want to charge for using that equipment.
Yeah. And then I got to get permits and all that other crap.
No.
But when you do it yourself, nobody knows.
I'm not talking about hirings. I'm just talking about somebody to bang the fucking point down for you.
It's all clay. You can't bang a sand point through clay. It won't work. It'll just crush. So you have to dig a hole and then drop it. So I'm giving it tomorrow. If I don't hit water by tomorrow or sand, giving it up. We'll have to come up with another way for water.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, it kind of sucks. Kind of sucks. Everything's working good that I invented, though.
I know around here anyway, where I grew up, 100 years ago, they were putting town sewer down my street. And my grandfather said at the dinner table, hey, wait till I dig in front of my neighbors. They're going to hit a friggin' spring there they don't even know about. He says, and the water's going to shoot up like a fucking rocket. I'm like, well, that seems like a good idea to skip school for, so I want to watch this. So I skipped school, and sure as shit, they hit this fucking spring. And, I mean, it didn't go up like a fire hydrant, but they hit it, just nonetheless, you know? My point is that after that, they had this thing where I don't know who did it, but there's a map in my hometown now of all known underwater, underground streams, or you know, not streams, but you know what I'm talking about, right? I was wondering, do they have any types of maps, or do they have anybody that knows the area that can tell you?
Yeah, they have those kind of maps, but I have to go to the county, and then the county's going to start asking questions and blah, blah, blah. Now, when we build the house up on the hill, I'll get a legitimate well, deep well.
Right.
But this is just temporary, and eventually we'll use it to, like, water the chickens and shit like that at the barn. Because where we're at now is going to end up my workshop, and then we'll build the barn right beside it with for the chickens and shit.
Right. No, I just want to see you be able to do what you need. That's
what's killing me though. Not 100 feet away, when I dug the hole for the outhouse,
you hit water.
No, it's all like beach sand. It took me 5 minutes to dig a 4-foot hole. And right behind the house is all clay. I'm like, what the hell? That's not how it's supposed to work.
It's a dowsing rod, Steve.
Right? But that still don't tell you where the clay is.
No.
I know there's water down there. I just got to get under that clay.
Mikey could spice up his life by only coloring his hair to match Gunpowder Beauty.
There you go, buddy.
You Fuzz Fork, if you had said that last week, you and I would have went out and played the lottery. And I'm going to tell you why. I walked to my brother's house. We had a little campfire going away party for him because they're moving. And so we used to always have fires over there. So they said, one last fire at the house. His youngest daughter, who's like 10 or 11, says, Uncle Mike, I'm coloring my hair. I said, oh, yeah? What color? She said, I'm putting blue strands in it because the school colors are blue and white.
Right.
And I go, can you do me a favor? She says, what? I says, you think you can put a blue strand on my chin? Because I already got the white with the gray. So she starts laughing. She's like, yeah, Uncle Mike, we can do that. And they were supposed to do it. And then we ran out of time and she couldn't do it. But that would have been fucking, because it was going to be almost the same color as her hair.
Love it.
Do you live in the city or something? You don't milk chickens. That's what you get turkeys for. Much bigger and easier. Silly. You can't get your hand under a chicken. What up, Stump?
And before I forget, hey, Uncle Cal.
Hi, Uncle Kyle. What's up?
Hey, Uncle
What's up?
Sam.
Where's Miss Dish?
Miss Dish says she has to get up early tomorrow.
Oh,
Could somebody post a link to Stump? Does anybody got his?
I don't have a link. So
If he goes and checks his Facebook Messenger, he's got one in there.
From Gunpowder Beauty.
well, that sucks, Stevie. I know that's a lot of work. I actually dug a little from my dad's, and then he got in friendly with some guy up north that had a backhoe.
Yeah, I'll crank away on it tomorrow. If I get down another 8 or 9 feet and don't get through that clay, I'm giving up on that hole.
You know what's funny? My kid brother took the cottage. He's got the cottage now, right? We had the point that we dig over here. My brother put an artesian in, so it's like 250 feet down or something. My brother's got enough there; he can feed the whole fucking camp. Can feed off it as well. And I'm like, so you know what he does? Anybody that wants water, he just charges them.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking last night, worst case scenario, if I don't get it right here, when we get the main well dug,
Yeah.
I'll pipe it down
over.
to this place.
Yep.
It's right down the hill.
Yep.
What's up, our boy? What's
Now,
happening?
You'll probably have to go 2 feet anyways, right? Down for that. To pipe it over.
Oh yeah, it's.
I would for the frost line, right? I would. 2 feet should be all right. I would think.
Up here it's at least 3. I'll just go.
Is it really that high?
Yeah, I'll rent a ditch witch and just do it. I'll run electricity down the hill and plummet or water.
Yep, run right through. Same. Yep. Hey, Boyd, what's going on, kid? Yeah, no,
Yeah, totally weird doing this on the phone.
You're coming in a lot clearer, though, to be honest with you.
Weird.
You know, it is weird because on the phone you can't switch back and forth without knocking yourself out.
Right.
On the phone, you just have the tab open, so that way you can sit there and press the little button on the bottom, and it'll pop up everything you have opened, and you can just switch back and forth that way instead of having to actually exit out.
Well, it's stupid me when I was on my phone up north, you know, or I'd be sitting, remember, or the nights I'd be sitting in my car having a cigarette or something, and I never shut my notifications off, so the fucking thing would ding every fucking.
Our Boyd, I did not see it. Sorry. I haven't been on YouTube in a couple days. And Jay Watt, just to let you know, Shalisa and I are both in the Green Cup Club, and we heard nothing about no meet up or anything like that. So I don't think so.
It was a secret meeting that Shalisa wanted to do, and that's just how it. Listen, she has a right to do what she wants. And she didn't want us city folk there. That's all right. You know.
Boy, I found some new muscles that I haven't used in a while.
Yeah, you did.
I didn't have no cranky muscles toned up.
Mine usually hurts when I do shit like that. It usually hurts underneath the shoulder blade.
Yep. I got it.
Right under that blade, right there. It just fucking never goes away.
It's hitting me inside my forearms, the back of my bicep, and all across the back of my, whatever these are, lats. No, lats are in the front. I don't know.
No idea. I'm not a muscle guy, as you can see.
Yeah. It's been a minute since I've been to the gym lifting.
The last time I went to the gym to lift something, we were laying down carpet, and I picked up carpet to put it down. That's the last time I lifted fucking carpet. I went to a gym. Yeah, I don't do gyms.
You got fired from your job. What the hell happened, Boyd? Uh-oh. Hold on. Let me see if I can figure out how to get a guest in here.
Gotta go, guys.
Have a good
Oh,
night.
have
I didn't even have a
wonderful
chance.
night.
Come on, I only got like 10 seconds to pick on you. That's not fun. I needed more time than that.
You know, I spent my whole evening preparing for your chat last night. You didn't show up. You know how many times that happens?
But
You bust
Let
my
the ball bust
Friday
and be
night.
good.
because I
What's
work,
up, Ohio?
I work 70 hours a week, and I had a Thursday night. I started feeling like shit. I'm sorry.
Well, I hope tonight's better night for you, Mikey.
It's 3/4. No, I'm not even halfway there.
I hope you're feeling nice and feisty next Friday, because I'm ready for some more ball busting.
All right, I'll break your balls next Friday.
Have a good night, you two.
Good night, kids.
Good night, y'all.
Goodbye, Steve. Bye.
Our Boyd, that's great to hear. He found another job within an hour or something for $2 more an hour.
Well,
Sweet.
there you go.
That's a nice day right there.
Fuck them all. That's what I say. Fuck them all.
Jay Watt.
Fuck you, Jay Watt.
What up, Ohio?
What's
Jay,
going
what?
on, peoples? Had a
Hey.
little bit of a late dinner, but it was good. Salisbury steak over some noodles and some veggies.
Why don't you hop in the truck and mosey on up here? I could use a twister guy on my well digging project.
I'll send my teenage boys up.
Peace.
Fucking Jay Watt has the balls to write Quagmire's once every other month stream. Jay Watt. The guy who disappears for fucking 7 months on end is going to break my fucking balls?
Hey, Mikey, look at my hat.
What's it say? Cooter's Garage. Nice.
Scooter.
You want to explain what Cooter's Garage is to the young people?
Wow, Boyd, one little mistake and
Well, Cooter is the mechanic on the Dukes of Hazzard who built the General Lee. And I think it says
Absolutely.
General Lee somewhere. Yeah, like right there.
Yeah.
Mm.
yeah, I couldn't believe you were sending them pictures hanging all around that racist flag and all that crap. I was like, man, there goes his career. No more newscasting for him.
Dude, my profile pic is me sitting in the General Lee.
Right. Speaking of newscasters, you guys got to go look up Tucker Carlson #4. It is epic. It's on YouTube.
By the way, is that a 69 goat? The General Lee.
No, it's a 69 Charger.
That's a Charger.
Yeah.
Charger without the
Charger.
R's.
Hang on a second.
Really?
Let's see how.
What? I wasn't a dumbass to put it in gear and try to move it even after they saw the damn transmission light came on.
All right, I just had to turn off the camera for a second because I had to type in my secret code to the huge giant safe that I keep this in.
Oh, so you put the year you were born in, so go ahead.
No, Jay Watt, I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh,
It's
no.
a Charger.
Oh
You
no,
ain't
Steve,
the only one, Steve.
Why did I think that was a goat?
dude, this is from my childhood. I mean, you can tell it's all beat. Oh, the flag just fell off.
Hot Wheels?
I don't think it was Hot Wheels. I think it was like Ertl or something.
Yes, Susie, the other two.
See if I
Have
can
you-
read the damn thing.
Have you seen the stupid show about Hot Wheels?
About what?
That's
Yeah,
too
but-
bright.
They had the show about Hot Wheels. They bring Hot Wheels to real life.
Dude, I can't. There's a ton of writing on the bottom of it, but I can't read it even with my damn glasses on.
Mosquito hawk, you about to get whacked by that fan. They look like a giant mosquito, but they're not. It's the first one I've seen in a while. Or, no.
3-1. Mikey's never seen the movie Moon Runners. Probably not. I don't ever remember watching a movie named Moon Runners. Because it had the word moon in it. I would think that it's a sci-fi movie, and I wouldn't want to watch it. But I'm guessing it was moonshine.
What about moonshine?
Jay Watt's saying 3-1 odds. Mikey's never seen the movie Moon Runners.
Damn, boy.
And so I'm agreeing with him because I don't do sci-fi. So if it had the word moon in it, I probably wouldn't have seen it.
I don't think Moon Runners is Moon Runners like the movie that actually like spawned the Dukes of Hazzard show.
I have no. Yeah, that's what he just said. Was based off of Moon Runners. I don't ever remember that movie.
Yeah. Well. Oh. Yeah. So.
Sorry.
I had this sucker since I was a little kid, and we were at my mom's house, and my mom had a bunch of like a box of toys and stuff that was mine from when I was a kid that mostly was junk or whatever, but that she would dump it out and let the boys play with it when they were little. And my youngest picked it up and was like, "Look at this car, Dad." And I'm like, "Oh, give me that." You ain't playing with that. That's mine. So
it's like he's back when he was a kid. Give me, that's mine.
Yeah. That's like 1981 or 82, man.
I want to know, did you throw it on the floor to give your mom one last step on it incident?
No, but the tires are jacked up on one side right here.
Uh-oh.
See that tire's a little bent.
He blew a spring.
There you go. Yeah.
Don't fuck with it. It's going to fall off and you fuck.
That's because it took one of those hard fucking landings, after.
I was about to say, it was one of those jumps that happened. It done messed up the tire. Appreciate the character to the car.
Yeah.
Yep. We used to hook bottle rockets to all our Hot Wheels when we got tired of them.
Dude, I blew so many Star Wars and G.I. Joe figures up with firecrackers and shit, and now I probably wouldn't have to work if I had all those fucking things.
Right?
Do you know the Dukes of Hazzard? The amount of fucking at the end of that show, the amount of stars are on that show.
Oh yeah.
All the country people and all the.
So hey, look, Mikey, I got something that goes with my cowboy hat. See the hat?
I see a noose.
That's a holster.
I see it. I was no kidding. Thanks, there, fucking Blondie.
Man.
Yeah, I'm going full retro, man. Screw that tactical shit. I'm going old school.
Old school.
I got the old school buoy to go with it.
There you go. See that? Now you're cooking with oil.
Right, and for my pocket.
Now you just have to put a revolver in that fucking holster,
the old school Barlow.
I never had
revolver. I mean, I can't touch it, Mikey, or we'll get a strike. But there is a revolver in there already.
Is it a revolver? My glasses aren't that good. I can't see that. I knew it was a. Hey, Multi.
I was seeing if that window was still open.
Now all you have to do is start singing. I got spurs that jingle, jangle, jingle.
Multi-gunman, what's up?
Stevie, I watched that movie today.
That movie he was just singing?
Ballad of Buster Scruggs or whatever.
Oh yeah. Weird, isn't it?
Well, I mean, it's everybody. There's somebody that dies in each thing. But then now I know where that James DeFranco meme comes from, where they're hanging him, and he's like, first time. When the meme, it says like something like when LGBTQ or whatever rights are taken away from or whatever, and it says Second Amendment people, and it shows him, and he's like, first time. So now I know where that meme comes from.
Well, I was watching. I got hooked on fucking Designated.
Appreciate it, Multi-gunman.
Designated Survivor.
Yes.
Yeah, I watched it for like 2
Fucking hooked
seasons.
on it. Fucking hooked on it. They made what's they make 3 seasons, I think.
I don't know. I watched it for
Yeah.
like 2 and then lost track.
What?
Designated Survivor with Kiefer Sutherland.
Keep yourself, yeah. Do you know what it's about, Steve?
No, I missed it.
It's
So there's
go ahead.
there's a in the government. they have
Keep
a-
it in mind. Excuse me. Don't mean to interrupt. Keep in mind, I'm on season 1, like episode 19.
I'm just
or
explaining
18.
how it starts. The beginning.
Okay. All right.
So there's like they're having like something at Congress or whatever at the at the quarters, the House, where
State of the Union.
State of the Union. Was it State of the Union?
State of the Union.
Okay. So they're having a State of the Union. So they have a designated survivor that's like somebody that knows what's going on. It's kind of not really high up in government, but can handle somebody in the cabinet, right? In the president's cabinet is in a bunkered area just in case something happens. Well, it fucking happens. State of the Union, there's a bomb, kills like all the fucking congressmen, all the senators, vice president, speaker of the House, the president.
Because you can't say gun anymore.
Kills them all, right? So Kiefer Sutherland was just like somebody that's on like the cabinet that was like the designated survivor for the night. And then the Secret Service bust into his like compound where he's being held. And they're just like, Mr. President, what's our next move? He's like, guess I'm the president, and it's like, we got to find the people who did this. And then, it was a damn good show for the 2 seasons I watched it.
Yeah, I like it. I'm hooked on it, and it's
it's like deep state shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Jezza, what's up, kid?
Did I get enough of that all over YouTube, for Pete's sakes?
Right.
You know who would like that is fucking Fuzzfork. Fuzzfork would love that fucking show.
Probably not.
Well, it's his people that are fucking.
He'd sit there and scream at the screen all night.
He's gonna fucking yell at me.
He was like, should have killed them all.
Should have killed them all.
You guys you have to go watch that Tucker Carlson #4 though.
Number 4, what? What
awesome.
are these numbers?
It's his 4th broadcast on Twitter.
Oh, okay. His Twitter page.
But it's on YouTube.
I thought he was on. Oh, yeah, he's not on TV anymore, huh?
No.
Right.
They got rid of him.
And by the way, they fired another Fox guy. They had a video of Trump and then a video of Biden, and it had a big bar underneath it with text on it. It said something about you would think only a dictator would try to prosecute his running opponent. It was up for 30 seconds and the dude got fired.
Wonder who it was. Was it a broadcaster or just somebody behind the scenes?
Well, if you watch that Tucker Carlson, no, it was one of their big producers that did it. It's pretty epic that he had the balls to do that. But Tucker Carlson talks about it on #4. There you go, Ford. There you go. It is epic.
I'll have to watch it because I like Tucker. I thought it was all right.
I do too. And he is so slick. He stops his YouTube videos from getting taken down because he never accuses somebody of something. He always phrases it like a question.
Right.
Like he's just asking, well, that couldn't be. And he uses sarcasm. Like the guy is the king of sarcasm.
Yeah. Well, Fox News is just CNN Light, so.
I got a fucking cricket in my house.
That's good luck, isn't it?
Our boy said the guy was one of their lead producers for 10 years. Right on, Fuzzpork. If Fox News goes down, we all lose a lot of nice legs.
Yeah, that's one thing about Fox News, man. Oh, wait, I got one more thing to show you guys that I picked up while I was down.
Does it include nudity?
Down
No, 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 no.
Tennessee.
I got the
Sheriff's Department, Hazard County.
Hazard County, buddy. Roscoe
Cool.
Train.
I used to watch that show quite a bit. I wasn't like one of their super fans, but I did enjoy the cutoff shorts.
Yeah, I watch that show all the time.
You know, Mikey, I tried to stop by and see somebody for you and was going to have them send you a special message for birthday, but
Who's that?
didn't happen. It couldn't work out. There were some things going on that couldn't.
A helping hound, what's up? Nice to see you.
So,
Yeah. You notice behind us, I forgot our pride flag. Darn it. Oh, I see Ohio has his pride flag up.
Hell am I? Right here?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's okay. You don't have to run.
Somebody want to tell me what an alphabet flag is?
The LGBTQ blah 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 flag hanging on the White House.
Oh, that's right too. Isn't that like their month or something?
Well,
yeah, 0.001%.
I'm thinking probably one of the last Pride months that we'll probably have to worry about, to be honest with you. Because, I mean, they're still going to have Pride month, right? But I don't think that we're going to have the abundance of Pride stuff, because a lot of Americans, like 70% of Americans, are like fed up with the shit. But all these companies,
when you ram it,
all the
when you ram it up somebody's ass, you got to use lube and be kind. You don't go dry, you know.
But all the corporations, you know, June 1st was the date that they all would like switch their profile picture to like, you know, the Pride flag or their logo. Somehow their logo, like even Google did it, but nobody's doing it anymore. It was up for like Huntington Bank was up for like a day. Starbucks was up for like a day.
Well, they have.
Like, don't do that. That's offensive to see straight.
They
people
have
doing stuff like that.
But isn't Monday like fucking National Slavery Day? Didn't they have like a holiday or something?
Oh Lord,
Juneteenth is celebrate the end of slavery. Yes.
Is that when is that? Is that Monday?
That's Monday. Susie done?
Yeah, she's done. Her eyes.
Susie.
Good night, Susie.
I don't get that day off. I don't get Monday off.
Well, it's a federal holiday.
I don't get it off.
The mail's not running. Post offices are shut down. Government buildings are shut down. Courts are closed. All federal offices are closed.
I'll turn the camera a little bit, Jay Watt, so you don't, you know.
Must be nice.
So you won't get offended or anything.
Must be nice. Yeah, but now we can still see in the reflection of the fucking glass.
Hey, stand right over here. We can see in the reflection of the window.
Really?
No, it's on an angle. We're looking at the kitchen.
Yeah, don't let him tell you that.
Well, she naked midnight snacks sometimes.
Well,
Who in the hell said you got to wear clothes at midnight snack?
I know. Maybe you get lucky and actually, you know, accidentally dribble some chocolate syrup down your chest.
Chocolate syrup's just real sticky, though.
Yeah,
I know. Well, if you lick it right, it won't be sticky.
If you're gonna do something, if you're gonna get sticky, you might as well get sticky good and just do like caramel,
Barbecue sauce.
barbecue sauce.
Oh, dear Lord.
I fucking hate
Somebody could die.
Some. You're like, God damn! So got the what is that? Honey mustard?
I see some slapping on the back of somebody's head for biting too hard. That ain't chicken, you dickhead.
No kidding.
This ain't all you can eat wing warehouse.
Said lick it, don't bite it. It's
Chicken
still a
fingers.
cat, damn it.
You remember how many times I've said that?
Ow. Jeez, Mikey.
Oh, I'm telling you, it's like getting I might as well have just stuck my fucking dick in a cheese grater for Christ's sake.
Oh, Jesus. Ow.
Hallelujah.
Uh,
That's why you're supposed to let other fellas go through the training process, and you wait. You know.
Fuck. Apparently, you shouldn't listen to any of her older boyfriends. Mikey, don't say mayonnaise. You can say all the mayonnaise you want tonight. This isn't here.
Oh, that's who we're missing. Yeah.
You're just realizing that the
Yeah,
nicest
I
lady
sure
on
did.
fucking YouTube isn't on here.
Honey, it's okay. Hold on. I got to turn off the camera. Somebody's got to flaunt their stuff around the house.
So we want to see. Hey, just tell her the
Okay,
camera's off and
camera's
leave it
off.
on.
Just tell her it's off.
Oh, see, you gotta learn how to fucking ride.
Damn, girl. What?
Back in,
Hey.
the old days, you used to be able to turn people's cameras on. Remember that, Mikey?
Fucking right.
Yeah, buddy.
Is that off? Absolutely, honey. It's absolutely
Oh,
off.
yeah, yep.
Yeah.
Hey.
Fucking Stevie's no fun whatsoever.
Yeah, we can say mayonnaise all night tonight. Dish ain't here to choke.
Or vomit.
Right.
If I don't catch this cricket, I'm gonna be up all night long.
Oh no.
He's
That's
in this fucking
devastating.
room, too.
That's worse than having a fly.
Ugh.
I can hear it. Can you? I can hear it.
Yeah.
That's awesome. All right, go kill it, Mikey. We're gonna watch you kill a cricket.
Get your rubber band and your spit wad so you can pop.
Oh man, I'm telling you.
Swamp Donkey 530. What's up, brother? Welcome to the homestead.
Hey, Swamp Donkey.
Hey, Swamp, what's up, kid?
Donkey.
Oh. Yeah, so it was a rough week this week.
That damn cricket. I mean, it's getting louder and louder the more we listen to it for it.
Yeah, tell me about it. Just keep reminding me it's there. I'm trying to block it out of my brain. Steve, you can't hear that?
No.
Oh my God.
No, I got a generator running in the background.
Oh, either that or I got a cricket in my room too. So,
No, I hear it over here too. I know I ain't got no crickets in this room.
Our boy's getting bonkers.
No, it is a loud ass cricket. If my wife knows that it's in the house, forget about it. It's all over.
Yeah, we are groovy, Swamp Donkey.
I'll be up all night. You would think with the lights on that they would shut up. It's payback. We used to catch them, and I used to let them on people's cottages. So, you know.
You know what? In a year or two, you'll probably be saving that cricket in the jar for dinner. That's what they want us to start doing.
Good protein right there.
Good protein.
Yep. Good stuff, Maynard.
If I wanted good protein, I'd become that fucking alphabet fucking. I'll be on that alphabet flag.
Vitamin D keeps the doctor away.
Vitamin D, kid.
Is that an assault weapon behind you?
No, it is a well-behaved pew-pew. Standing guard in case there's a cricket that tries to come in the house.
That's right.
See if I can do this.
Yeah.
I got something for that. I got something for that fucking cricket.
Yeah.
Does this work?
I literally have my
It's on your
phone.
screen, Mikey. Get it.
I literally have my phone blue taped to my tripod.
Nice.
You could be looking at my kneecaps at any minute. Right, Helping Hound? I don't go much below frogs either. Frogs, maybe a snake.
Oh, we had
Never
tree.
tried it, but for some reason, rattlesnake sounds good to me.
I finally saw.
It tastes like chicken. It's totally fine.
I finally
Awesome.
saw. I finally saw a tree frog last week.
Hmm.
For years, I'd hear them. You'd hear them. You know, and they're fucking loud too. And I was over my buddy's house, and I'm like, dude, that fucking thing's right here. And I found the fucking
Creeping
thing.
up on you.
It looked white. Well, not white, but it wasn't. You know what I mean? It was kind of cool looking.
My son brought home some beef jerky the other day. Alligator, ostrich, camel. Yeah, I had camel beef jerky. So I actually ate camel. That
What'd you
wasn't
go
too bad, actually.
I heard ostrich was good. Now on gator, I've had really good alligator, and I've had really fishy, swampy, nasty tasting alligator.
It was real chewy. Real chewy. you
I
know?
had gator. I had gator millions of years ago, but it was the tail. So I didn't. It didn't. To me, it didn't even taste like anything. To be honest with you.
Right. It all depends how old the gator is, how it's cooked, what part of the gator it came from. There's
Just
all
like-
kinds of.
I've never
Just
had
like
frog
any
legs. You had
animal.
frog legs.
Never had them. My kid
Me
has.
neither.
I've never had them.
I hear they're good. I just
Never had them.
They're good, but it's really weird when you sit there and cut them off the frog and then you throw them in the oil to fry it and they still start kicking. It's a little weird.
Trying to backstroke in the hot oil.
yeah. See, I
Right.
don't think I would do that. I would probably just get them at a restaurant or something the first time, just so I wouldn't have to worry about. Unless I was like in the woods and had to eat something or I was going to die. You know.
Right. Careful, there's certain frogs you get stoned off of
Yeah.
if you lick them.
There's also some frogs that'll poison your ass and kill you.
Kill you at
So,
the same fucking time.
Most of the point, yeah. That's what I was saying. My buddy bought my kids these. I'm going to say reptiles or whatever they are right now, because it turns out he bought some frog food in this little tiny like frog habitat thing, and it turns out they weren't frogs; that they were like some type of Asian toads that were poisonous, and they grew to their environment. And you had to have a heat lamp, and they had to have a big tank with water in it, and all. And they didn't eat the little frog pellets. They ate live crickets. So now we're farming crickets, and we got live crickets in our house. And yeah, talk about that, Mikey. We had to keep like 200 crickets in this like little plastic box with a lid on it that had like air holes, and we
Right.
had to like feed the crickets like carrots and shit. And
Mike, are you getting a deja vu?
Yeah.
did I tell this story before?
The whole crickets and the worms. And
Yeah. I think some of his crickets got out and came into my house.
Yeah. But yeah, not only did we have to raise these damn toads that were poisonous, and if you touched them, they would give you like, I mean, it wouldn't hurt, but it would like give you like a little rash or something.
Yeah.
oh yeah.
But yeah, you're not supposed to touch. I'm like, why are you buying fucking like a 6-year-old and an 8-year-old this shit, dude?
Yeah.
You know?
No shit. Next
No,
thing you
I
know,
don't-
your kids are dead.
I don't eat amphibians. I something about them. It's like yeah, swamp rock. You're right. Turtle meat, right? Turtle meat.
Ooh, I've never had turtle either. I know a lot
And
of
I
people
won't.
have,
I'm going to tell you, I won't. You know why?
like turtle
every-
soup or something.
Every person I've talked to that had turtle, whether it was on a grill, whether it was in a soup or whatever like that, every fucking single solitary person I talked about eating turtle got sick.
Hmm.
And I'm not doing it.
Has anybody ever had dove?
hell yeah.
Yeah, I've
Yes.
never had dove.
Texas girl, that's all they do is dove hunt there.
Oh my gosh. You sit there and put some jalapeno and wrap it in bacon. It is freaking delicious.
What the fuck? Here we go again, folks. Food chat 101. It's early yet. Now I'm getting the munchies.
Yeah, don't be talking about Dove. You're gonna make me hungry.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we'll have to hold.
Problem is you need about 40
let's
of
change
them.
topics until later, then we'll get on the food again.
The problem
Later.
is you need about 40 of them doves to like fill you up.
Yeah,
You know?
that's true.
It's kind of
And
like
And a
Come on.
case of shotgun shells to hit the damn things because they're like jet fighters.
It's kind of like eating fucking partridge. You know what I mean?
Well, man, it's better than eating crow. So
I would eat a crow.
I've had crow. It was
I
good.
would- Crow, pigeon, nah, fuck that. To eat out of dumpsters.
They
and
all
shit,
kind
not
of
good.
taste the same.
so do pigs. Pigs eat everything. You gonna eat that?
No, but the pigs, no, pigs don't eat out of fucking dumpsters.
There is nothing a pig won't eat.
If
Yeah,
they
but you don't
could,
see
they
them in a
would.
dumpster.
No, because they literally pour what would go in the dumpster in their trough.
Damn, helping hand. That's like
How?
spreading the palate pretty good.
When I was in Mexico, we had blood stew, snake, monkey, and tongue. Never had
I've had
blood
blood
stew.
sausage. It was good.
I've had my kid loves blood, so I can't stand it.
Listen, if it's got the word blood in it, I ain't eating it.
Snake, had snake before. Not
Yeah,
bad.
I've never had snake. So.
If you chop
Wait,
it
no,
up into
Yeah,
pieces,
I did have like rattlesnake jerky, but it was like store bought, so I don't know if it was real rattlesnake or what. So
Right.
if you sit there and chop snake up into pieces and you cook it in a pan, you can put some barbecue sauce on it, and it's like having boneless buffalo wings, or barbecue wings. It's pretty good.
And I've had cow tongue. That was pretty cool.
Lingua.
what about some pickled pig's feet?
I ain't eating
Oh,
nothing. I
I
ain't eating the foot off of nothing.
I had I worked with this Korean girl at my part-time job, and the Cambodian kid that I hang with, I said to him, we were talking about something, and he goes, "Mike, do you ever eat pickled eggs?" I said, "I love fucking pickled eggs." He goes, "Sue's gonna make some Korean pickled eggs." I go, "What's the fucking difference?" He goes, The only difference is, well, other than the spices and everything she uses, is the yolk is a little bit like moist.
It's wings and feathers and shit.
They're not hard boiled. They're soft boiled eggs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a little creamy, little, you know what I mean? But let me tell you something. Oh my God, were they good? And she's like, "Oh, Mike, you like Korean?" And I'm like, let me tell you something. I'm not, but I love pickled eggs. I mean, you can't. A pickled egg is a pickled egg. It's just all how you spice it. If you spice it, you spice it. If you don't, you don't. I mean, it's
My
just.
mom used to make them all the time. I hated them with the beets in there, like with
Nah, I don't want beets in there either. I'm with you.
the pink one that turns everything.
Pink eggs.
Yeah, it looks like your fucking Easter egg.
Yeah, it was always during Easter too. Pickled eggs during Easter.
Pink eggs looks like you're eating a big old testicle.
I like
Oh, yeah.
I like how you can like get like 4 hard boiled eggs and be like, man, I can't believe I just ate 4 hard boiled eggs. Ugh, I'm stuffed. But then turn around and eat like 3 dozen deviled eggs in the same sitting.
Yeah.
Those slide down easy.
Yeah, deviled eggs always slide down easy. But for some reason, the pickled eggs, though, God, I don't know what they get down easy too. I can a pickled egg. I can put just as many pickled eggs as I can a deviled egg.
They call me deviled egg.
The only difference is
Instead
that
of tater salad.
the only difference is that with the pickled egg, especially when I used to drink, the next day it was kind of rough on people around me.
Oh Lord.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, the deviled eggs though, the deviled eggs are always my mom hasn't made deviled eggs in years.
As long as it doesn't bother you.
Yeah, well, that's the fuck. I'm an egg guy anyway, I'll make an omelet here at the house, 5 eggs. It's you know what I mean? It's fried mice with cheese. No, I'm good.
Yeah.
There are things
fried
I will
mice,
not eat ever. Mouse is one of them. Rat is another one.
Mouse and rat. Yeah, I would even have a
Possum was
hard
another
time
one.
eating it. I eat squirrel, but man, I don't think I could eat chipmunk.
Squirrel, yeah. Possum I won't eat.
How bright?
Possum and raccoon make good barbecue.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd eat
You
a
gotta hold it down.
raccoon either. There are certain things that I would I can eat, and there are certain things that I would use. I would catch and use as bait. if I need to
Right.
be. You know what I mean? And that'd be a bait. You know?
Jay Watt, I've been in bars like that where they pickle everything and dare you to eat it.
Yeah.
My mom used to eat pig's knuckles, pickled herring, creamed pickled herring.
I've
It's
never
like,
had
oh,
pickled herring before. Is it good?
it's like a big fishy slime ball.
You ever watch those people eat that shit from Sweden or whatever, the canned fish? It's all
No.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
What,
Tastes like
sardines?
shit,
no,
but
no,
they-
no, no, no. It's
it's
like fermented herring or
salted
something. I don't know.
cod something.
But
I'm
dude,
Yeah,
good.
it's
they
absolutely.
they'll put the can opener on it and they'll squeeze it and like and a little bit of juice will come out. And the first thing they do, everyone's like,
Yeah,
like gross.
they eat it because it's tradition.
Yeah, something over in like Sweden or something, man. But there's people on YouTube are doing like, taste test reaction videos on it, and just I haven't seen one person hold it in. Everybody pukes.
Yeah.
Vanessa Kitten, what is up?
Hey, Vanessa. Helping Hound. That's called blute. B as in Bob. Lute. Blute. That's an Asian delicacy.
Swamp Donkey is asking, what is near eggs?
What is near eggs?
Yeah. I think he's talking to Helping Hound.
Oh, I don't know.
I was gonna say most of the time it's chicken's ass, but I don't know.
Oh,
That's what I was gonna
that's
say.
the eggs that just before they hatch, they kill them and cook them.
Yeah, it's called blute.
Yeah,
They get the beak and everything. My brother had it over in Japan.
crunchy.
And yeah,
Oh.
he goes, he says the
No,
worst part
dude.
of it, he goes, the worst part of it is the fucking beak gets you.
Dude,
know?
I cracked an egg one time and it had like
Red.
it had like a little embryo in it, like the
Yeah, a little red.
shape. And I was just like, no, can't do it. Right across it went. I was done. I wasn't hungry at all. Couldn't even eat.
That's a whole different kind of protein right there.
I mean, no.
You see those people? I can't remember where, but they catch the Arctic shark, and you cannot eat it. It's actually poisonous. It smells like urine because they don't pee. That it just kind of filters out through their body.
Yeah, they pee through their skin, pretty much.
So
yeah.
they hang them up and let them ferment and shit until they're edible, and it still tastes like you're eating ammonia. It's like,
Yeah.
Talk about survival food.
Yeah.
I've
had shark.
You wonder what was going through people's head when they discovered some of this shit that you could eat. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, they discovered it because they fucking ate it and went, "Up, that tastes like fucking piss. I'm not eating that for a little while."
Yeah, but not. It's like a delicacy. It's survival food. They had to make an inedible shark edible because
If you were
maybe that's all they
dying,
could get that year.
if you were dying and your family was dying to eat, you'd eat it.
yeah, but I mean, there's some stuff that are just like, I mean, really, who thought of milking a cow for milk to drink milk?
Well, some fucking,
Pervert.
no, Neanderthal thought he was jerking off his wife, playing with his wife's tits or something. You know what I mean? Went out to the barn and fucking squirt. Hey, what's that? Oh, that tastes good.
Good enough for a
I'm telling
cat.
you, that's how it all
Good enough for
happens,
me.
bro.
And so that tastes good. I'm going to go see if this cow's tastes any better than my wife's.
It's the same way we went from the wooden wheel
like that
to
cow
the
was
rubber
pretty good. I
wheel.
wonder what that goat tastes like. You know what I mean?
Well, that's what I'm saying, though. It went from the wooden wheel to the rubber wheel, right? Well, wait a minute. What if we put rubber on this wheel? Or it went from the wooden wheel, and then they used the
metal band.
The metal bands, and it's like everything it's a process. It's a what do you call it?
I have no idea when cows got to North America.
Me neither. Lobster used to be prisoner food. Absolutely, it was.
Let's Google that shit.
Lobster used to be prisoner food because it's a crustacean and nobody liked.
Cows introduced to North
That's why I
America.
love people that say, "Oh, it's a bottom feeder. I can't stand bottom feeder fish. I won't eat it." Do you eat lobster? Yep. What do you think they float from? What do you think they eat from the top?
Wow, Christopher Columbus brought over the first cows from the Caribbean to North America in 1493.
Well, there you go. That answers that question.
And Spanish colonists continued to import cattle until 1512.
Yep.
From the Canary Islands.
But I love that when people say that.
Horses, cattle, and oxen were all brought to the New World by European explorers.
What do you call it? Don't the excuse me, is it Japan or somebody over there in the Asian world eat fucking horses?
Well, probably a lot of people do.
Fucking what?
They eat
Horses?
horse.
Oh, they eat them here.
Do they? I never eat a horse. Caviar and truffles are also a poor people food.
Now,
Yep.
okay, so
So
cattle were
barbecue ribs
introduced.
and chitlins and all that shit.
Cattle were introduced, but were bison native to the North America?
No, yeah, they were.
Yep.
Okay.
Don't you remember there used to be like fucking 8 billion fucking bison?
Yeah, but I'm just saying I didn't
And then
know
between
because
the Native
horses
Americans,
So
between the Indians and the fucking,
let's
what do
see.
you call it?
Let's
You know,
when were horses introduced to North America?
they're wild too. We have wild horses here.
In the late 1400s.
The Spanish brought horses over too. So they
We have wild horses here.
North America.
well,
All
not
right, y'all. I gotta get out of here. I gotta head back over to the house in the morning. Y'all have a good night.
Well,
already.
thank you for coming, sweetheart, and thanks for sending out them links for me. I appreciate it.
Not a problem. I hope y'all have a great night, and I'll watch the replay tomorrow while I'm working.
All right. Bye, darling. No, horses were introduced by the Europeans too, so there's no horses over here.
And I'm quite sure
And the Native Americans didn't start riding horses until 1630. They got most of theirs in trade.
Is that military time or?
No, the year 1630. The Comanche were the first to be among the first tribes to obtain horses and use them successfully.
Well, yeah, 'cause then you had your Indians like on, like the Seminoles and the ones that, I call them the fucking ocean bearing fucking Indians, they were fishermen.
Right.
But a lot of that shit, man, it's and what do you think they ate before? I mean, they had to be eating dinosaur for a long time, right?
Oh, no, listen to this. Hang on, I misread this. It says in the late 1400s, Spanish conquistadors brought European horses to North America, back to where they evolved long ago. At this time, North America was widely covered with open grasslands, serving as a great habitat for these horses. These horses quickly adapted to their former range and spread across the nation. There was horses like
here already.
Well,
the bison.
Well, no, the horses were here about 10,000 years ago, but mostly went extinct.
Well, yeah.
And then they were reintroduced by the Spanish.
Well, they went extinct because they went extinct with the dinosaurs, right?
Well, no, dinosaurs were millions of years ago. This was 10,000 years ago.
Yeah, but they had horses back then too, but they had more like toes instead of hoofs.
Yeah, I don't
Prehistoric.
know.
Were all the dinosaurs gone before Homo sapiens grew? Not if you watch that TV show Lost. When I was a kid, wasn't that the one that was up in the fucking cave? They had the little house up in the fucking, right? What was
On
that
the island? That was
No.
Lost.
No,
Shit.
what was the
I got a hat, a holster, a pair of boots.
Oh,
now
Land
I
of
got to
the
buy a
Lost.
horse.
Land of the Lost? Land of the Lost.
Dinosaurs were long gone before the humans were on Earth.
Yeah.
We were around when there was woolly mammoths and stuff, but not dinosaurs.
You ever seen that cartoon where it has the two dinosaurs on the island, and you can see Noah's Ark like floating away in the distance, and he goes, "That was today."
Oh my God.
Yeah, Lost. They were fucking. Here's what killed me about that show.
Oh, they killed a lot of people with that show. All them people that just dedicated to that show going, what?
Yeah. They is that the one that was supposed to supposedly like, you know, the airplane crashes and yada yada yada.
Yeah.
Right. Here's what I never could understand. You have a fat person on that show who never got skinny.
Yep.
Because it's hard, Mike. It's damn hard to lose the weight.
Even if
Well,
you're
if you want to
starving.
lose
Quit
weight,
fat
don't
shaming.
eat for a
Quit
fucking.
fat shaming.
You don't eat for a fucking, you know, 2 weeks. You're gonna lose fucking 25
Oh, I'm
pounds.
sure.
I
I'm sure
guarantee
the
you
fat
that.
guy ate. You ever notice why the one little girl's getting even skinnier? Because he's eating her food because she can't fight him off.
He could beat her up.
Yeah.
Right on, Vanessa. I do the same thing with a lot of those kind of shows. That's why I don't even bother watching them, because they're always a disappointment.
You
So
know,
what I want to do. I'm with what do you call it? I'm with Swamp Talking though. I like Alone. Alone was good.
you know what? Netflix and all the Hulu, they all have these shows, right? And my wife will like start watching one. And I'll be like, did you check and see how many seasons they are before you got interested in it? She's like, no, why? I was like, because every time you pick a show, we watch one season and then we're all waiting for the next season. And they always like, oh, it got canceled. You know, it's like,
Yeah, I know. I hate that.
I won't watch something on Netflix or whatever as a show unless it has like 8 seasons and a finale at the end.
Yeah, well, those are far and few between now, dude. They don't run them like that anymore.
Yeah, but I hate getting involved for like 6 episodes and then
I'm with you.
Yeah, and then you got to wait. I wait till they all come on Netflix and then just binge watch them.
But you wait for a year and then you find out, like, you Google it to be like, when's the second season of this coming out?
Right.
And they're like, oh, it was canceled.
Like I watched one on Prime. It was called Insomnia. And
good for you, Vanessa. Ride that bike. Just get a flag on it because they're hard to see because they're so short.
It was about a agent and his wife, and she got kidnapped and put in the water. It was just a whole. And then I'm waiting for fucking like see. I'm like, what the fuck, you know?
Oh, I know it's early, guys, but I'm gonna go ahead and say it now. Happy Father's Day.
Well, happy Father's Day.
Absolutely. I was going to say that right off. Happy Father's Day, everybody. And I forgot.
What's multi? What's that mean? I'm sorry. I got to scroll up multi. I'll find it. Hang on. No, I Helping Hound. I'm with you. I like the bushcraft scene. I used to. Netflix called Siren Island or something. It's in Korean, but really.
You know, my favorite show used to be when I was a kid, when those lumberjack competitions came on.
Yeah.
Holy
crap, where they
used to
climb
love
up the
those.
log and shit.
Yeah. They still have them. It's just
I know.
They're on ESPN.
And the log rolling, where they had the two guys on a log that floated in the water. Anything going on in the news that's like going to piss one of us off or anything that we should argue about?
The biggest thing I've seen is that Tucker Carlson thing.
Yeah.
That was pretty epic. And that was all, good shit. Made me happy.
No, like I said, it was a long week for me, so I wasn't even paying attention to anything.
I did see where, like, Congress and whatever did vote to, like, do some shit to the ATF or whatever, or basically
Yeah.
saying that they're unhappy with how they're out of line and they're abusing their power and stuff. So I don't know if that's going to go anywhere, but
I keep watching those, and it's like they ask all these questions and get all this shit going, and you're a bad person, and then it's over, and they don't do nothing about it. It's like, who are you going to put in jail? Damn it!
Nobody.
That would make a good TV series. Who goes to
Well-
jail this week?
but it's like, you know, the day that they were supposed to talk about this Joe Biden, Hunter Biden, Ukraine deal and the money and everything, they fucking indict Trump, and you know, and that takes like every news channel was just live from Mar-a-Lago or live from New York or whatever,
And
or
so
wherever
do you
it was
think
at.
do you think for a half a millisecond that was coincidence?
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah. Oh, it was done on purpose. It was done on purpose in order to
Draw the attention away from fucking Hunter.
yeah, smoke and mirrors. Well,
Another epic thing I've seen this week is Trump after indictment speech. He got a little heated, actually, and it's about damn time. And he was just blatant, straight out, telling it like it is. It was nice, refreshing. Yeah, not one major news channel carried the Biden stuff.
I watched a video today where the guy said, if you have bought a gun in the past 5 years from a federally licensed, you know, firearms dealer, the ATF definitely has your information, because I guess they were going around and like
Technically, I watched those hearings too. They forced the ATF to delete all those files. Millions of files they made them delete, supposedly.
But I asked my buddy who's an FFL, I said, hey, did you have somebody from the ATF come out? And he's like, well, he's like, listen, he's like, I used to have an ATF agent come to my house, pull my books, and go through and look at every single fucking thing that I sold in that year and like match it up with my books and my numbers and calculate everything. He's like, and she was a fucking bitch. He's like, this guy knocks on my door and says, you know, flashes his thing and says, I'm the, you know, ATF here to, you know, do your audit or whatever. And he's like, okay. He's like, well, you know, usually it's a woman that can, it's like, she's no longer in this area. She's someplace else. He's like, I'm the new one in this area. And he said, okay. So he said he brings him in. They sit down at the desk and he says, let me see your books. And he takes the books out and flips a couple pages. And he goes, all right, this one. And he reads the name off. And he said, you have that one on your record over there? And my buddy flipped his other book open and was like, yep. And blah, blah, blah. And this is what, you know, how much I paid for it. And, you know, where I got it from. And he's like, all right, looks like you're all in order. We'll see you in a few months or whatever. And he was like,
right.
Easiest ATF agent ever to deal with was the guy that he has now. And I was like, so did he like get copies of anything or photos of anything? He's like, no. He said like the lady before used to fucking like scan stuff and everything. He's like,
yeah, that's wrong.
Yeah, this guy just, you know, he just wanted to make sure that the latest stuff was up to date. And he said,
right.
And then he asked him, you got plenty of forms, you got plenty of this, you got, you know, all the stuff that you get from the ATF.
Right.
And, you know, he was like, I could use some more of these forms. And he's like, yeah. And he goes out to his car and he brings a stack in. Here you go, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, easiest ATF agent. But see, that, you know, that agent is not like, the ATF has like armed agents that do stuff. And then they have agents that aren't armed that are still ATF agents, but they don't have the same, they don't like have the arresting powers, but they're the ones that go out and knock on doors and say, hey, do you have this gun still? You know, it was like
none of your business.
You know, well, I mean, if it was like, if they're looking for a murder weapon, they're like, hey, you bought this gun from this guy or from this shop. Do you still have this gun or did you sell it? I sold it. Who did you sell it to? I sold it to this guy. Okay, thank you very much. Because that gun was collected at a crime scene and they're trying to track it to who has it, who was the guy who purchased that gun or whatever.
Right. Helping Hound, AK Nation is pretty decent.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
all.
I can't wait to permanently move up here. This is supposed to be a Second Amendment county.
Oh,
I didn't know
So
they had those in Michigan still.
yeah, I know. There's actually more than you would think.
Yeah.
A lot more than you would think.
but it's not. It's not just the second that you lose. It's the other. Every other one you lose too. You know, you lose in the fourth. You lose in it all. You know, and that's what people don't get. You know.
Well, what a lot of people don't get is the Second Amendment makes sure all the rest of your amendments stay in tune. Your freedom of speech and all the other ones.
Yeah, have you ever seen that comic? He's
But-
like, it's the second fucking thing they put. You
Yeah.
know, is
Duh.
you better get a gun. It's the second thing they said when they made this country is you better get a gun. The first thing is you can say whatever you want, but the second thing is you can say whatever you want as long as you get one of those guns.
Yeah, no,
Absolutely, Vanessa.
I was talking with this kid at work, and he's gonna drive like me, you know, so he gets pulled over a lot, and so lately, you know, he's been fine, you know, no problems, but lately they've been gunning for him, you know. I said, yeah, but are you doing anything right? Are you speeding? He goes, you know, maybe a couple miles over, but nothing, you know, not 10 or 12 or 15 or anything like that. He says, they're still gunning for me. And I go, did you do anything stupid, like flip off a camera or something like I did? He goes, no. And he said, the last thing I did, he said, I got pulled over. He says, I was at a stop sign. He says, technically, he goes, it wasn't even me that was driving. He said, but we were at a stop sign. He says, the kid stopped it was a 4-way stop sign. He stopped.
Right on for
Nobody in the intersection. He goes, well, he said he got pulled over because they didn't think that he stopped. They didn't think that he didn't stop long enough or whatever, right? So I'm like, oh, that sucks. So then I guess the cop asked him, as he's a passenger, the cop asked him for his ID. And he goes, what did I do? And he goes, nothing. He goes, well, it's my buddy you're getting here, you know. He says, you don't need to know who I am. And so they had argued and argued and argued and argued. Well, I guess after a while, somehow they got his name and everything and blah, 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 blah. And so from that day forward, they've been fucking ripping him a new one. And I go, dude, it is what it is. I go, you're never going to stop it. You know, he says, yeah, but Mike, he goes, I have my, I'm going on the range. He's got this, it's a wagon. Remember the old tourist wagons? He goes, and he says, under a blanket in a fucking gun case, I have my gun. I'm going to the fucking range. I go, yeah. He goes, he's looking through my windows. Hey, what's under the blanket? Hey, none of your fucking business. You can only fucking look to see what you come through the window. And it's like, I'm like, dude, what are you gonna do? You know, it says it's one of those. You're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. If you open your mouth, you're losing your fucking rights. If you fucking don't open your mouth, they'll break your balls to the end of time. I go, just one of those things. What do you want done? You know, what can you deal with? You know. So now they're just breaking his balls because he broke their balls.
You know,
and he was absolutely. Here's the whole thing, right? He is 110% right. Yet,
right. And
they're breaking his balls.
It goes back to training. It's because, you know, I know guys
SKS
like,
Hugo, what's up?
I know guys that were like, you know, they're storytelling or whatever, and you know, the one guy was telling a story about how he pulled his people over, and they, you know, if you don't have it now, if you have some type of probable cause, reasonable, you know, suspicion of crime or something like that, then you can get everybody out and ID them or whatever. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know, And the easiest one is you pull a car over full of kids and you can smell marijuana or they got open containers.
Right.
Everyone's ID, no matter what.
Right.
That's the law right here. But
Right.
if we get pulled over, it's me and you, Mikey, and they ask for your driver's license, you give it to them, whatever, blah blah blah. And you were driving, and then they ask for mine, and I say no. You're right, absolutely. This traffic stop's not with me. I'm not the driver. I don't have to ID anything. But listen to them tell a story. The guy was like, "Yeah, I pulled these guys over," and he's like, and the one, he's like identified him because he was driving, but the car was in somebody else's name, probably a girlfriend or baby mama or something like that. He said, so I get his ID, comes back, he's got a warrant. So he has him step out and he says, what do you want me to do with the car? And he's like, I can call the owner, and if the owner, whatever. So the owner says, he's like, or I can tow it. And he says, well, he gets a hold of the owner and the owner says, well, who's with him? And he's like, I don't know. Let me check. He's like, what's your name? The guy won't identify. And the guy's like, flat up, like, I'm not part of the traffic stop. I'm just a passenger, so I don't have to ID. He's like, well, okay. He's like, here's the thing. The owner of the car wants to know who's with him. That way, if she knows you, she will let me give you the car to drive. And he's like, no, I'm not IDing. He's like, well, he won't ID. He doesn't have to. So you can get your car at the tow lot. You're going to impound it. And then they gave the guy, a ride to the gas station down the street and said, you're on your own from here. And your buddy went to jail on his warrant. So, and a lot of the guys were just like, oh man, I would have got his ID. I would have found out because he probably had a warrant too. And then I actually heard the one guy say, no, he didn't have nothing to do with the stop. He wasn't driving. He's just a passenger. Can't ID him, and I was like, wow, that's, I'm glad you're teaching these younger guys the fucking, the law. Like,
but why isn't that taught in fucking
the academy?
Well, I wanted to call it military camp. You beat me to it. I wanted to call it military camp. But why isn't that should be done?
Because they don't teach. Listen, Mike, they don't teach laws in the academy. They teach procedures. So they teach how to conduct a traffic stop, how to control a traffic stop, what to look for during a domestic violence.
Okay, so when they go to college, when they're in the service, right? When they're in the Army, Navy, whatever, or they're in college and they're like, I want to be a cop, so I'm gonna go to school. If I'm not gonna be in the military, I'm gonna go to college. Blah 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 blah. Why aren't they teaching it in college then?
Because you learn it during your FTO program. Like,
I don't have an FTO program and I know the law. So how is that?
Well, I mean, I guarantee you don't know every law.
I don't need to.
I've been doing it for 20 years and I don't know every law. You got to look stuff up sometimes.
I get that. But when it comes to a person's right, it's like them breaking his balls. Hey, what's under the blanket? There's no fucking way in hell, unless you're 20 years old, you just got on the job. Unless you're 20 years old, you're just on the job, that that you can't ask somebody what's under the. I mean,
you can ask Mikey. You can ask any question you want.
But
it's not up to them. It's not up to them to decide whether or not. Well, it's up to the person to protect their rights.
You get my point.
So they can ask you anything you want. That's why they walk up and they say, "Where are you coming from tonight?" And a lot of people will be like, "Oh, I just left the bar, or I just was at my friend's house," or a lot of people will tell them.
Usually, I lie to them.
You don't have to, but there's no law saying that they can't ask you any questions. They can ask you anything they want. It's up to you whether or not you want to. It's a slippery slope. It's up to you whether you want to answer or not.
I just seen a YouTube video the other day where they were actually training the drug dogs to false signal, so they could weasel dick their way into searching somebody's car.
Yeah, because once the dog hits, then they got probable cause to search the vehicle or whatever.
Yeah, I know, but they taught the dog to do it falsely.
Well, I always think that dog's always been trained that way because it's all like if you watch, there's some videos
They
I've
get
watched
them
a
all
lawyer's
hyped up
video.
and snap their fingers at the wheel well and shit.
Right. Yeah. I watched some lawyer's video and he said when they do that, that's coaxing the dog to get a false thing. And he said that should be thrown out immediately. But the thing is, why don't we, if this dog shows up and sniffs my car and I'm somebody that doesn't have any drugs in my car, I know I don't, and the dog hits and they tear my car apart and they don't find anything.
Somebody's getting food.
Shouldn't that be some type of demerit or something on that fucking dog handler and that dog? Like,
yeah.
Like if
Hey,
he searches
you should
10
be able to
cars,
sue 'em.
if he searches 10 cars in 2 months and doesn't, and he hits on them, but there's no drugs in any of those cars, that dog should be pulled out of service.
Yeah. I just don't, I don't know. Certain things just get to me.
Oh, I understand. We're kind of flip flop now, Mikey. Usually we're on the other side of this thing.
No,
I still agree with you on it, but I mean,
I just get, it's like, and the problem is that the more and more people that say, yeah, no problem, then it becomes like society doesn't care.
Right. It's like if they were going house to house looking for some guy that threw a bomb up during the Boston bombing or whatever.
Exactly.
And people just let them come through their house and search for no
but
reason
that was
at all.
their, but again, that's like answering the question, what's under the blanket? They have that right to ask. They have that right to let them in their home. It's the same thing.
Yeah. Well, they have the right to ask that question, but you don't have to answer it. Listen, if I have something in my back part of, it's got to be within reach of the driver, so if the driver can't reach it, then you can't search it. Right. So if it's in the very back of a station wagon or SUV in the very back, there's no way you can reach back and grab a gun out of the very back or whatever they might be looking for. So they shine a light in there and they see a blanket covering things up and they ask what's under the blanket. I don't know.
It's like when I drove the truck and
what's on the blanket? My stuff. You don't
stage
have to
would be
tell
like,
exactly what.
Have a good night, Swamp Donkey. Thanks for coming in, buddy. Nice to see you always.
The truck says fucking New England Sign Supply all over it, or it said gas and screen print all over it, Hey, what's in the back of the truck? And I don't know about
right on, boy.
And I'd say like, I don't know, 110 dead bodies. What do you think's in the back of the What do you think's in the back of the fucking truck?
Well, it could be a bunch of immigrants,
and they usually laugh,
Could be half a bridge. Just saying.
Usually they laugh, And he's like, "Oh, what do you got?" I says, "Dude, it says signed supplies. What do you think I'm carrying? You think I'm carrying groceries? I'm not fucking DoorDash carrying fucking groceries."
It reminds me of that joke when the cop pulls a guy over and he says, "Can I see your driver's license, proof of insurance, and registration?" He hands it to him. He goes, "You know why I pulled you over?" He's like, "No." He's like, "You're speeding." He's like, "Oh." He's like, "Is there anything else in the car I should know about?" And he says, "Well, there's a gun in the glove box, and I think there's some drugs under the seat, and there's a dead hooker in the back in the trunk." So the guy calls for backup. And he back up, everybody shows up, blah, blah, blah. They get him out of the car, handcuff him, stick him in the back of a cruiser. They don't find shit. Another cop walks up and goes, "Dude, what the hell? You said you had a gun?" He said, "My officer said you had a gun, drugs, and a dead hooker in your car." He's like, "What?" I didn't say what. He's like, "He probably said I was speeding too, didn't he?" So just an old joke that I heard a long time ago.
That's a good one. But I think technically, legally, cops can lie to you. So why can't you lie to them?
Yes, yeah. The cops can lie to you by law, but you can't lie to them. It's called obstruction. Yeah.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
But they can lie to you and come into a room and sit down and go, "Listen, you might as well tell us what happened because we got video of the whole thing, and I have 3 witnesses that said that you're the one that did this." And then you're
branded 19. What's up, buddy?
And then you got to be smart enough to say, "Well, go do me a favor, send all that shit to my lawyer's office."
Right. Yeah.
And then you look at their expression in their face and you go, how's your hand? Because my hand, I got a full
Dude,
house.
I've seen detectives take somebody in the room just hoping that they would lawyer up because they have them dead to rights. They don't need a confession. They got video. They got all kinds of shit. And he's just like, just running through the gamut. You know what I mean? I just have to do this in order to continue with the case and do what I need to do. And he's like, hopefully he'll just lawyer up because I don't need to be in here all night asking him questions when we know we got him on video and everything. So they walk in and he's like, you want to tell me what happened tonight? I want a lawyer. Not a problem. Shut the fucking notebook, walk out, have another guy, let him make a phone call, and then they take him to fucking jail, you know?
DPD survival. How the hell are you, brother?
I broke a guy's balls one night. They were they were only PCing me. And he started asking me questions. And I looked him. I was fucking hammered. I was just getting in a fight with this kid. And all he was going to do was make me sleep it off. They were just going to take me to the fucking tank and just let me sleep it off. But anyway, they started asking all these questions. I goes, I'm sorry, officer, but if you're going to ask me all these questions, you're going to have to arrest me and read me my fucking Miranda warning. And he fucking looks right at me. He goes, do you want me to arrest you? He goes,
and he did, didn't he?
He says, I'm going to put you in PC. He goes, I'm just talking to you to talk to you. I'm not talking to get anything out of you.
Yeah, that was probably a lie, though, because
of course it was. So I played the game. Of course it was. So even drunk, I could play a game, you know? And I went, oh, okay. I said, what do you have for questions? You ready? He goes, da-da-da-da. I go, no comment. What do you, I don't know. Hey, what? I just don't know. Yes, that cricket's in the house. I don't want to hear about it. Oh, you brought me. This is a food chat, Steve.
Nice.
Oh, what we got tonight?
Bone and ribeye.
Ooh, nice. Good choice.
Dessert? No dessert?
No, but there's mashed potatoes.
Mashed potatoes. I'll take the mashed potatoes.
Potatoes. Potatoes. Is that does he work at a restaurant, Mikey?
All right. Can you do me a favor? No, can you bring all that upstairs so I can eat it later after my chat? I can't eat while I'm with the guys. Come on, will you?
Eat it now, Mikey. She was nice enough to bring it to you.
I don't know. Don't tell your mother whatever you do.
I'm getting pretty tanked. I think we're going to get off here pretty soon anyhow.
Is that a Mikey, does she work at a restaurant? Brought that home from work?
She works for the Outback.
Oh, so that's like a $250 meal she just brought you, man.
Right.
Yeah, shit. Outback could kill you. Everything's a la carte.
But he's asking me. Sorry, I don't know. It's not me being a wise guy. It's just me. My father told me years ago, and it had nothing to do. He didn't just say like the cops. He would say to me, don't give out information.
Right. I'll give you the best right there right now. Keep your fucking mouth shut. Shut the fuck up.
You know?
Would you mind if we check the car? It's like, yeah, I mind.
Yeah. I mean, they're going to probably find a way to do things anyway, but there's no reason for you to help them.
You know, even like when I was a kid in school, other kids know, even if you picked on me or whatever, we got in a fight and you beat the shit out of me or something, they always knew I was never going to rat them out. Because I looked at it as like, it's nobody's business why I'm fighting you. You know what I mean?
But you know what? A lot of times I cooperate if I get pulled over or whatever. I cooperate because
it all depends who's in the car. If I'm by myself, it's fair.
When I open my wallet, I've got stuff in my wallet that goes, oh, same team, right?
Yeah, right. So you can. I can't do that.
Right. So I tend to cooperate. I'm not going to be an asshole and like not talk to them and not answer any questions or anything when I did nothing wrong and I got this like card in my possession that says, hey, I'm one of you guys, blah blah blah, and that's usually like one of those get out of jail cards, but if I didn't have that, I would be more inclined not to, because I know the game. You know what I mean? They're going to
No, I'm when I get pulled over, I'm very respectful. If he starts being an asshole, then I can kick in gear too.
Right.
You know. But
What?
you want to give me a ticket for a brake light out? That's fine. I'll go get it fixed.
Yeah.
You know, you're just doing your job. I don't care.
Right.
Right.
And that's how I am.
You
know,
know, if it's at
Right.
nighttime and I get pulled over, the first thing I do is I roll all my windows down, turn my fucking dome lights on so they can see inside, and they walk up and they're like, "How's it going tonight?" "That's pretty good. How are you tonight, officer?" You know. Well, you know why I pulled you over? Now I will not answer that question. I will not answer that question. Do you know why I pulled you over? No, I don't. Because because you just play dumb. You know,
Right. 'Cause
even
as
though
soon
you
as
know
you
you were
say
speeding.
yes,
Yeah, well, I was probably
just
speeding or whatever. You know,
admission to guilt.
right.
Right
Which-
on, ZPD.
Which, you know, if it's just a speeding ticket for me, I don't care if it's an admission of guilt or not, because I'm just going to pay the fucking waiver. I'm not even going to go to court. You know what I mean? Yeah, it
Yep.
sucks. It's inconvenient. It's $125 or whatever it is out of your pocket. But I'm not taking a day off so I can go to fucking court and stand there and like because 9 times out of 10, I've been to court several times where you go there and you're supposed to be there at 9 and you bust your ass to get there at 9. And then you listen to them call everybody else's fucking name except for yours. And next thing you know, it's 3:00 in the afternoon. You spend all goddamn day at the courthouse. And then one of these clerks will come up to you and be like, you know, Mr. Such and Such, yeah. Do you plan on pleading, you know, not guilty or no contest or, you know? I was like, well, I was just going to plead no contest. You know, like, okay, well, we can take you up the window. That's just going to be a fee today, you know? And you're just like,
Yeah.
You spent all day someplace and then you lost out on your wages at your job unless you have time to take off a vacation day or something.
Right.
That's what
But there are asshole cops out there that take advantage of that and make shit up and make the ticket bigger than what it needs to be.
Well,
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
I had a
I,
DNR officer do that to me.
I'm
Just
not defending,
assuming I could just pay it.
anybody. The only thing I can say is the department that I'm at now is probably the most honest department and some of the best guys that I've ever worked at. And
Right on,
I would give the credit where credit's due. Now, when I worked at the sheriff's office, they were a bunch of good guys too, and they were pretty damn constitutional. We had a constitutional sheriff that was all about, you know, people's rights and everything. But we handled, like, because I worked in the jail, and we handled every police department in that county, brought their arrestees or prisoners to our jail, because that's the sheriff. That's the one thing he has to do as a sheriff, is run a jail for the county.
Right.
And so every little small town that has a police department, they would bring, and that's where all the people that I seen were like fucking crooked as hell, man. And it was just like all these little podunk towns, they got like one stoplight and 3 cops on duty. You know, it's like, you guys, your town's not big enough to where you know, if you 3 of you on duty, you can see all 3 of them through the damn town. If you from one end to the other, you can see all 3 of them parked there, and they're just there to fucking
I used to have
and get revenue.
I used to have a job.
He says cops never like it when he follows them. I don't understand that. That's crazy.
I used to have a job where if we got a ticket for speeding or something like that, and we needed the GPS stuff, and we fought the ticket and we won, we got paid for the day.
Oh, really? Cool.
So you got paid for being at court or whatever if you won?
So one day, I got pulled over for speeding. And I'm like, the cop, he says, well, you're getting a ticket today. I was okay, I'll see you in court. Comes back to the car. Are you being a wise ass?
Have a good night.
I go,
Esther.
no.
Yes, nice to see you, brother.
I go, I'm saving you the time for telling me that I have 10 days to put it in to fight it. So I'm letting you know I already know the law. So I'll see you in court. Hopefully you'll be there.
Right on.
He said, so in other words, you don't care. I said, dude, you can write that fucking thing up. $3,000, fucking, I was doing 110 miles an hour. You can write that for anything you want. You're going to lose. I'm going to tell you right now to your face, you're going to lose. He goes, okay. Go to court. Judge, the magistrate says, what did I, and I go, well, I got this ticket for speeding. And I go, it's estimated? Today's technology, we're estimating the speed.
Yeah, no shit.
So I said to the magistrate, would you like this? And the state cop that was with there, he wasn't in uniform, but you can tell he's a cop. He's got the badge. And he goes, what's that? I goes, can you hand that to him, please? I says, that's my GPS from my truck. I said, because what I did is that when he stopped me, obviously, remember when I got out and took pictures? He said, yep, these are the photos. The plate number and everything you called in, he said, yep, that's the photo of that plate number. He said, I just want to let you know it's the same truck. I don't want you thinking anything screwy going on. And I go, you know what this is? That's a GPS that tells you how fast I did the whole freaking day. I said, what was the time of the ticket? And they went through the whole thing. And the magistrate's looking at it. And she goes, and this is estimated? And he nodded his head. She goes, just like this. Mr. Duluth, you're all set, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Take the thing, right? I look right at him. I'm walking out of the car, and I'm working right at him. I go, I told you that day you were going to lose. Don't write estimated next time, nitwit. Write fucking lie and write you were clocked. Do something, but don't write estimated when today's technology, people have all this shit on them. I don't even need the GPS anymore.
I'll tell you what, I think everyone should have.
Dude, you don't even need it. I have that Life 360 app. Tells me how fast I'm going.
Yeah,
Google
I know,
Maps,
but I'm saying everyone should have.
Tells me how fast I'm going.
For your own protection, not just from police and everything, but from other dumbasses on the road. Everyone should have a dash cam. I'm telling you.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. It'll save you everything. You hit somebody or you tap somebody's vehicle and they say, I didn't tap your vehicle. Or they say,
You guys know that cars have black boxes?
Oh, really?
Like the newer cars, like everything since like 2013 has a black box in it, like airplanes and shit.
No shit.
I did not know that until like last year. So,
but yeah, no, it should, because that way there, and I think that
we can pull the black box. Like anytime there's like a fatal accident, we pull the black box. Actually, the state highway patrol is the one that comes over and does it for us.
But even if you get hit,
they're like certified.
Yeah,
they're like certified, so they can tell. That black box will tell them you were doing 65 mile an hour. Okay, you didn't hit your brakes, and your airbag went off from impound of a tree. And when you hit that tree, you were doing 62 mile an hour. It would, that black box would tell you all that.
Wow,
it's amazing what they have. I mean, think about it. Cars have the same technology as the airplanes do now.
No, you're right, helping out. It's it helps for a lot of reasons, and
like our state patrol can pull them on any car newer than like a 2016. If they're 2015 to like 2012 or 2013, it has to go back to the dealers or like somebody from, like we had to have a representative, like somebody from Nissan come out and do it, because certain cars, the date.
I'm sure you can take them out if you don't want it, right?
What, like the black box? No, you can't. No, it's in there.
Seems like they would make it where everything has to run through it.
Well,
and if
my
you
thing is
unplug
that
it, your connections aren't getting made.
It kind of runs. For me to have it on my phone, it's up to me. Or for me to download an app, it's up to me. For me to put a GPS system, like my boss has a GPS system in the trucks, that's up to him as the owner. But for a manufacturer to automatically have a black box on it so you can tell me how fast I was going, that's a little bit fucking.
Well, it's not like you can pull it just for a speeding ticket. This is for like fatal accident or when the car's in the
that's like
when the
you
car
might as well
is
just
in
have
the
a chip in
accident,
your key to tell me where I am.
When the car's in the accident, it's when it records everything. So it's
Yeah.
not like you got to like search the black box for years and years of data. It's just when that car is involved in a crash, that data is recorded
Well,
instantly.
yeah, because I mean, if I want to plan on hiding the body, right? I don't want people to know what day I went out to.
Oh
you know
no,
what
it
I'm
ain't going to do anything like that unless you
Right.
unless you crash into a tree while you're trying to find a place to hide the body.
they
No, but you know,
they track you all over anyhow with your phone, with your car.
Oh yeah,
I used to
gotta
get
think-
notifications from
time you
GM.
gonna
They
be home?
knew that I
I'll be
changed
upstairs.
my oil.
it's cold out. You want the $5 with it? Okay, you're gonna wear that? Good, because I was gonna give you the money for the rest of that shirt. And what else are you
Oh,
not
love
gonna do
Mike.
tonight? What are you not gonna do? Yeah, the girl. Because you know I will do what? Absolutely. Doesn't matter. Oh, okay.
What time is it?
It's 11:25 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah, it's early yet.
No, it's early yet.
I need to get out of here though. I'm beat. I need to do some ibuprofen.
No, but you know it helps. It's just it's just like walking into a bank, walking into a fucking department store, walking anywhere else that has a camera. They
come
can
on.
help you. You know what I mean?
Angle. Why can't I
You
get
know,
the
like-
angle right?
Because
There
now
we go.
you can't have a
There
store.
it is.
That's Friday. That's Friday, May 12th. It's everywhere I went. Is
Right.
Ain't that some shit?
No,
It
yeah,
says
I got that too on a Life 360 app. It tells me everywhere I went.
Yeah,
It's
but that's just
unbelievable.
my phone. I mean,
Yeah.
if you ever decide you're going to commit a crime, do not have your fucking phone on you when you
Leave
do
your
it.
phone on the kitchen table.
Leave that shit at home.
And go rent a car. Don't use your own vehicle because they can ping your vehicle just as easy as your phone. Here we are giving bad guy advice.
That's why
Just in case you don't win the lotto and you want to do a bank,
Oh, look at Sunday. Where I drove to. Hang on, let me get the angle.
Tilt.
Tilt. Let's see. Man, why isn't it's just too bright? I think.
Yeah, it's probably just too bright.
Dim your screen.
Connor, can I dim my screen like that?
Yeah, just pull down from the top, all the way down.
It's damn near dimmed all the way.
Yeah, no, it's they're making it awfully hard to be a bad guy nowadays.
That was Sunday.
That's cool.
I
It
drove
looks
in a
like
big,
an upside. It looks like a sideways thing to Illinois. If you tip that the other way, it looks like the state of Illinois.
I mean, that's just a big circle.
Yep. It's
Where'd I go? Let's see.
the problem is that technology is good and it's scary at the same time. But it, like I said before, it can help you out
Well,
too.
It only gets scary when it starts getting abused.
Yeah.
The government snooping on your business or whatever.
Yeah. I mean, not for nothing. Look, my brother and I go around and around on this. Oh, if somebody kidnapped your kid, you'd want those fucking cameras at every fucking. I said, shut the fuck up. How'd they find these fucking kids before when they got kidnapped? When there was no fucking cameras, there was no cell phones, there was no nothing. Oh, they called that police work. So fuck you. You know what I mean? But I don't think you need a camera at every fucking light on the street. You
Here's
know
one for
what
you.
I'm saying? Every fucking red light is a camera. Now we have them on the highways.
The only bad thing about it, we're so used to it now. If it ever goes out, which they're hinting around it may soon, we're going to be screwed. Or some people will be screwed.
That's why
I do all my banking with technology and online and all that shit.
Me too. I work with a guy who in 3 years, his identity was stolen. Took him like 3 months to get all that shit back, right?
Wow.
Then Right after that, his wife's bank account got fucking broke into, and then the joint account that he's on got broken into. What do you call it?
Damn.
What do you call that word I'm looking for? Hacked. Whatever.
Yeah.
Loses. The bank covered most of it, right? But you know how that is. That takes a while. It's not like
Yeah. Somebody probably.
It isn't like it's a $5.
It is Wi-Fi.
Right. It isn't like it's $5 like they did it on my card. That the guy in India trying to use my card for whatever it was, $5, $3 or whatever the hell it was in India, and they shut my card off. You know what I mean? This is a shit ton of money. You know what he does now? He uses cash and cash only. If he has to pay a bill, in the company that he's paying is too far for him to drive, because if it's 40 minutes away, he'll drive and pay it with cash. Gets his receipt, gives him cash. But if it's too far away, he'll go to the bank, get a bank check, give him the cash, get a bank check, which we used to call money orders, by the way, for all you people that
Yeah.
Get a bank check and send the bank check.
Yeah, right, helping out. Just trust Cybernet.
Yeah. But it's
I just stay broke. Anybody sees all my bank accounts, they don't even bother.
He won't use everything's cash now. He has a safe.
I do a lot more cash than I used to.
He took his life savings. He took everything. He took everything out of everywhere he had it. He bought another safe because he's got one for the pews. And
the thing is, now, the government, if you do shit with cash nowadays, the government starts watching you.
Well, the other safe has all his money in it. But did you realize, even before all this, if you deposited 15 grand into a bank account, do you know you automatically get audited?
$600.
No.
They send out a flag to the government right now.
10 grand. Anything over 10 grand you deposit in a bank account, it's an automatic fucking audit.
Well, yeah, but banks share our information now, which used to be illegal. If you make a deposit of $600 or more, automatically a ping goes to the government.
Well, no, because your paycheck's higher than that.
No, cash, or a deposit other than your direct deposit.
Yeah, no, it's he had enough. He said, "Fuck all y'all," and he will not do it. He will not use. He'll never put fucking money in a bank ever again.
Yeah, I'm trying to wean myself off electronic banking and stuff. Just for instance, I buy a firearm. From now on, it's cash. I'm not using a credit card. The less lists I'm on, the better.
He told us, even at his work, for his what do you call it? His retirement. He notified them, and he told them. He said, "Here's my phone number. Call this number." He says, "Do not." He says, "I got rid of the app." So, and he does. He sends them a bank check.
Yeah. Right on, Helping Hound. That is going to be good barter stuff in the future, especially alcohol.
CPD said, "Just
that's
stay
what
broke."
I do, ZPD. I just stay broke. I'll spend it before they spend it.
Hide your stash in a federal credit union on a non-internet design. Yeah, no.
I'm part of a federal credit union.
I think I am too. John Darker's Federal Credit Union, I believe.
All right, folks, I need to get off of here. I'm dying. I was up at the crack actually today.
Sounds good to me, bro.
Right. I want to thank everybody on the outside. Been a great chat. Thanks for visiting to my homestead. Our homestead. I got to get used to saying that.
Did you bring my trailer up there so I have something to sleep in?
Right on. You got to find a flat spot though. That's the only problem.
I don't give a fuck. You know me. I'll sleep anywhere.
Have a wonderful night. Side chat, you make it rock. Thanks everybody. Our Boyd, Helping Hound, everybody. Have a great night, everybody. Hopefully we'll see you next week. Hopefully, Mikey will get home in time Friday to have one.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it on Friday night. It was good seeing ZPD. I haven't seen ZPD in like a million years. That was cool.
Right.
Yeah, I should
Ciao,
be doing
everybody.
Friday night.
Play nice.